All right. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Impactathon show. This is episode 2, and I'm really glad to be here with Mary Patrick Kavanaugh. So, Mary, it's so great to have you.
Thank
And
you.
yeah, and can you introduce yourself a little?
Yes, I'd be happy to. My name is Mary Patrick Kavanaugh, and I am the Director of Special Projects at Soka University of America. And one of my favorite special projects is the Bridges to Business program. And Soka University was founded on the principles of peace, human rights, and the sanctity of life. And we only offer a liberal arts degree in our undergraduate education. So we really don't have a business concentration, and the Bridges to Business program helps the students connect their liberal arts studies into the world of entrepreneurship, social impact, and business.
That's great. And can you talk about the connection to Impactathon? So we've actually done more than one Impactathon together. So if you can, how you kind of started and what that experience has been.
Well, one of my colleagues told me about Neethal Parak's work, and I got her book. And Neethal, what's the name of your book again? It's 100
questions on social entrepreneurship.
Yes, it's a great book. And I thought, and I just knew we had to meet. And the minute I met her, it was a meeting of the minds. And I was so blown away by the work Neethal does to get people thinking about and giving them the design thinking tools and problem mapping tools to solve problems. And it became apparent to me I needed to pull her into the Bridges to Business program and offer this Impactathon opportunity to our students. So I think we did the first one about 3 years ago. The Bridges to Business program at Soka University has been evolving for about 10 years. So about 3 or 4 years ago, we launched a spring break business boot camp, and that gave me a little room and time to pull in Neethal and the Impactathon. But we only offered it to the students who were engaged in that spring break business boot camp. And from there, we've grown it because we've seen the benefit of bringing in more minds, more people, more change agents in to work with the Soka students, including we're including Soka alumni. We're inviting the Soka University students and alum to bring in their networks. And Neethal's even put out a word to invite other people to join this Impactathon. The caveat at Soka is you must have a Soka University student or alumni on your team to pitch an event at this point.
That's great. And we talk a lot about building ecosystems, and that's part of even doing this show. So I love that it started out as like you kind of bringing this mindset of like, or helping to bring this mindset of business, and connection of business and social impact. And then over the years, you found different resources and connected different dots to kind of give a pathway to students who might be interested in this. To first, like they can be part of Bridges to Business to check it out. They can do an Impactathon to see what it feels like to be a social entrepreneur. And now you're even connecting other dots to let them continue doing it even after Impactathon. So do you want to talk about that as well? Like what students can do even after they attend Impactathon?
Yes, absolutely. And let's just stop on the word ecosystem, because one of the things I'm working at Soka is building out this ecosystem for students and alumni in the Soka community to connect to the business world. But almost every idea I pitched in the way of social impact at Soka would just land like a seed and blossom. So the ecosystem at Soka is ripe for social impact ideas. And the executive leadership was excited enough about giving business opportunities to our students that they helped connect the Bridges to Business program to the University of California. And we now have a partnership with UCI's business school where our students and alum who are B2B passport holders can attend what's called the UCI New Venture Competition. So they can take their ideas out of the Impactathon and into the New Venture Competition, where they have 10 workshops, an opportunity to create a concept paper, work with UCI students, and pitch it to the UCI panel of judges. And at that point, they can win up to $10,000 to $20,000 and create plenty of opportunity for themselves to grow their business in a real way.
That's great. My last question is, what makes you so passionate about business, and what makes you so excited about sharing this pathway for students?
Well, I was a liberal arts student many years ago who wouldn't even, I would not even hang out with the business students. They just dressed differently, they walked differently, they talked differently. And I just had an aversion to business. And I ended up, after a few years being out of college, starting my own business and having a bit of a wake up and wishing I had been more alert to some of the opportunities I had when I was in liberal arts university, or at least that part of the university. And so it became a passion of mine. It's especially meaningful for me to work at Soka. There's many students at Soka University who are averse to business and capitalism for good reason, some of the impact it's had on our planet and our world. But when I stumbled upon the world of social enterprise and what people are doing and looking at the triple bottom line and how to measure impact instead of purely profit, I thought this is what needs to be taught. This is what the new generation of purpose-driven leaders need to know. So to be able to develop these kinds of programs in an environment where people might, who were like me as a university student, didn't realize the impact business could have in a positive way, is really meaningful to me. I do get very excited about it.
That's great. Well, thanks. This is just a quick show. So for anyone that's watching, we actually have Soka University's, we have the next Impactathon there coming up this weekend. And if you watch this later, then just stay tuned. There may be another one coming up at Soka University that you can participate in. Thanks so much, Mary. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me. It's great.